he goes on to translate a note that Toriyama left for the manga of Superhero, okay? Toriyama's comment for the Dragon Ball Superhero manga notes how the movie is set right before the original manga's final chapter, i.e. the end of Z. There it is. There it is, okay?
Oh, that's that good shit.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ooch. I'm here with my brother Ooch and the homie Kai. And we are... Boys, the children of all ages, the trifecta is sick.
Kind of.
Yes, but
I can hear it.
yeah. I'm sorry, but you know, you're still gonna get the sound effects. Let me take a sip of this. All right. Brother Ooch, take it away.
We are sick.
Oh man. Well, that's the most genuine sounding intro you guys are gonna get this week because yeah, unfortunately, like we're not feeling well right now. I'm not gonna lie, but we're actually recovering. We're in the recovery phases. We just can't be, you know, as loud as we usually are and as energetic, even though we're here, but you know, we're at the same time. So yeah, but you know, Kai-san, how you doing today, sir? What's going on with you?
I mean, I'm not as sick as you guys, but I actually did just go to the doctor literally yesterday to get my meds because I'm not feeling well. So
You actually got meds?
I mean, I had no choice.
He's mad.
I've been like this for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you went to urgent or like an actual doctor?
No, I went to an actual doctor.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
We gotta hit
You
up
went to
on-
urgent care?
Urgent.
Yeah, urgent.
It was urgent. Urgent is shit
was-
now. Bro, let me tell you, there's no fucking urgency in urgent care.
was good for one thing: doctor's notes.
Dead
Man, I didn't even get that.
That was it.
But that's if you're actually like really fucking down in the dumps, sick type shit.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't prescribe nothing unless you actually dying type shit.
I had the nicest doctor, and she's like, "Oh, like you're good though, right?" I'm like, "What? I'm here. Like, if I was good, I would not be here." So
Oh, you good, bro?
yeah, she prescribed me? She prescribed me some fucking mouthwash that I kid you not. It says magic mouthwash. I'm not bullshitting. It says magic mouthwash. Brother, how you doing today, sir?
As good as possible, I suppose. You know, a little off day.
Felt.
That's about it.
And you know, this is weird, right? And of course, this is not planned, right? Why would it be planned? It's Full Power Podcast. We're out of freaking control, right? Today's topics got me sick. I'll tell you that much. It goes hand in hand, right? So, before we get into it, of course, let's shout out some of the formalities, right? You know, hit us up on Patreon, got the extras over there, and you know, you want your name shouted out at the end of these episodes, hit us up, Full Power Podcast, over on the Patreon page, link in the description below. If you have a comment, question, concern, business inquiry, or fan art, or you want to sponsor us, definitely hit us up, fullpowerpod@gmail.com. That's fullpowerpod@gmail.com. And I am not singing it this time because my voice cannot do it, but the Bluebird. Follow us on Twitter at fullpowerpod. So, what are we talking about today? So, I've been sick. You've been sick. You've been sick. We've all been sick. We're sick of Dragon Ball as well. So it helps, right? It definitely helps. So throughout this week, there's been a lot of back and forth, all right? And there's a distinctive reason why I did not make a video myself. Maybe some of you all might be wondering, like, oh shit, like, where's, you know, my videos on this? Well, partially, I was obviously sick, right? I've been sick since Tuesday. We record these over the weekend, you know, no secret. So there was really no chance for me to actually because I would have sounded a lot worse if I did. But going off of, you know, what our boy Geekdom has been, you know, talking about, right? My man has had it up to here with these fucking people. And I say these people, I mean the fans, right? Let's just put it that way, okay? It's not just the fans, but it's also leakers, okay? And I put air quotes, okay? Because there's some things that when you look at the nature of how the information is kind of just put out there, and like you've said it before, Kai, like it's always the same folks. It's always the same few motherfuckers, right? He's shaking his head, right? So basically, what I'm getting at, right? So when you, like you said, when you look at the lay of the land and you see like this person said this, but then the other person says it like this, and then it kind of gets a little confusing. And it's like, okay, well, what's the real what's the scoop? What's the story? Who knows what, right? Well, the facts are this. I'm glad I waited because now we have something very solidified, right? So the first thing, let me just have it in front of me, right? And this all kind of goes together, okay? The first big thing, and I'm so glad we get to put this to rest. And this should officially put this to rest, okay? And Kai knows what the fuck I'm about to say, right? So I'm about to ding myself.
I think I see it on Twitter too.
But
I've seen it on Twitter, I think.
No, there's no buts, if, ands, or mufuse. None of that, okay? There's none of that. No more. Because ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Full Power Podcast is proudly here to present to you the truth and nothing but the truth. Is that Superhero is officially in this fucking continuity. Wow. And why would I say that? Why would we say that off of months and more than a year at this point, right? We have an official statement by your boy, Toriyama. Okay, because Toriyama said this, Toriyama said that. All right, you want to know what he said now? You want to know what he said now? You want to know what he fucking said now? Here we go. I'll read it to you. Because a lot of y'all can't fucking read, okay? And our fans, y'all could read. Shout outs to y'all. Okay, shout outs to y'all. But anyway, here we go. Toriyama's comment for the Dragon Ball Superhero manga. So again, for those that don't know, the manga, which is also something that happens in for some movies, not all of them. Broly got one. I have it upstairs. I should have brought it down, but I'm sick, right? I forgot. Sorry. Happens. And manga is essentially how it sounds. It's a manga, but directly from like anime, in this case a movie. Nothing really too different to take from. However, in this version of Superhero, apparently there's maybe a few more shots that I guess didn't make the movie cut for whatever reason, and they're treating this as Easter eggs, I suppose. But this is translated from Herms. Okay, Herms, one of the official translators.
one of the inner circle.
There he is. One of the inner circle, but you know what the thing with Herms is that
He's different.
he's not a leaker. Herms is a translator.
He's a translator.
He's a pure translator, and Herms been doing this for a very long time. Okay, so he's been around. Okay, so he goes on to translate a note that Toriyama left for the manga of Superhero. Okay, Toriyama's comment for the Dragon Ball Superhero manga notes how the movie is set right before the original manga's final chapter, i.e. the end of Z. There it is. Okay? He says how the movie went over well and the manga follows you. Sorry, not follows. I'm sick, sorry. Allows you to make new discoveries, i.e. spot Easter eggs that you might have missed before. That's what I mentioned already. So there it is, guys. I don't know how else to spell it for you. Even when we were at our wits' end with a lot of y'all trying to convince us otherwise, telling us that we didn't know what the fuck we were talking about, and this and that and the third, here you go. You got your official fucking word from the horse's mouth himself, Mr. Toriyama Sensei, literally making it blatantly
And he
obvious,
signed it too.
and he signed it.
How the fuck? Why you gotta sign this shit?
I don't know. Next thing you know, fans are gonna expect a fucking fingerprint or some fucking form of authenticity.
Or a
Social.
video. A whole 30-second video.
Yeah,
of
good
him
luck.
fucking
It's
talking.
Toriyama. He don't go on camera. He doesn't leave his house.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not Sakurai.
No, he's not doing no directs. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Dude, if Toriyama
That'd
was
be
to
crazy.
Yo, that would actually be sick. I'm not gonna lie. That would actually be really, really, really cool. If anyone else was to ever do Sakurai style directs, it would have to be Toriyama. Like, cause as far as the impact, right? Because
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
loves Sakurai-san, right? No one knows what I'm talking about right now. Masahiro Sakurai is the director of Super Smash Brothers. Also made Kirby, right? And he's led a bunch of directs in the past for Smash Brothers updates back when Smash was on the Wii U. So if Toriyama was to do anything similar, it would have the same amount of impact as far as like people tuning in, people trying to watch and pay attention, covering his, whatever. He's a big influential person, clearly. So that's part of the main reason why they sticker his name on just about anything they can especially when it comes to Dragon Ball, because Akira Toriyama is a very well-known individual in our world, not just in Japan, but like in our world. So there it is. So your thoughts on the official confirmation?
I mean, it's cool, I guess, but we didn't need it.
Thank you.
So like, it's just extra confirmation at that point for us.
Yeah.
And for the dumbass niggas out there.
See that last part? That's why I disagree. I think we do need it.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a ding for that one because that's actually facts.
Mm.
So what are your thoughts, Kai? How do you make of this no news for us? The no news, the triple N.
The no news.
Yeah.
I can't believe it needed to be said. It's just one of those things like, wow, really?
Facts. But if we've all learned something out of this whole situation, it's that people really just need things spelled out for them. Like people, the way we all come up with our conclusions to things or our speculation or anything in general, it's literally off of everything. It's everything that's put out there, all the clues, the media, the things that they give us, right, to absorb and intake, whether it's the anime, the manga, like any little thing, their habits. We have to use what they give us to. That's fair play, in order for us to come up with what we come up with, to bring out and talk about it here, because that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So like the fact that this is nothing new for us, because we really knew, like we didn't need the official note of the author himself, because let's face it, this man says a lot of things. Okay. And as the meme goes, Toriyama said, right? That's one of our memes here, of course. But like him saying anything, the value realistically is not that high as it once may have been, realistically. And I say that kind of loosely because, again, I'm sure people are going to take what I'm saying out of context. But what I mean by that is quite literally, like, you have to understand that Dragon Ball is not just his thing anymore. Like, he's a part of it, yes. He got a team of people doing this shit for him now. There's writers, right? Toyotaro is doing the manga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at best, at most, he will give a script or he'll approve one. And that's that. That's it. He knows how the marketing game goes. He's old, and whatever he's feeling like saying for that week, that day, all right, sure. Let's see what he says tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? That's how you have to. That's how you have to treat Toriyama. Okay, he's like your beloved grandpa. You know what I'm saying? You just, yeah, he means well, right? But you know. So either way, obviously this is no disrespect to Toriyama Sensei because he is Toriyama. Without him, we wouldn't even have this fucking podcast right now. Okay. So, and without him, there would not have, there wouldn't be most of the shit that we're into as it is right now. You know, like he created a world for all of us to love and enjoy. And I just want to love and enjoy it. So the real takeaway is stop being such a fucking head ass in the fucking comments. That's what it really all comes down to. So yeah, the anime manga is coming out soon if it is not out already at the time this drops, because speaking of other things that are coming out, the 4K release of the superhero movie, okay, this is also not coming out in America. He's fucking laughing.
Yeah.
So,
whatever.
Yeah, exactly, right? They're getting an entire 4K, like, limited edition bundle box set, okay? I don't even want to look at the pictures, okay? But from what I have seen, in passing, scrolling, swiping, fucking saying, get out of here, right? Like, they have, like, the discs all have the great art on it.
I never realized how much Japan hated money before this year. It's crazy. It's absolutely fucking wild how much they hate money.
Nah, they on some like cultural discrimination type shit. Not gonna
They're on some
cap.
cult shit.
Apparently releasing shit over there.
He said cultural discrimination. That, if that was not a term, it is now.
That shit should be a fucking term if it isn't.
Yeah, nah. I mean, really,
like how you gonna you can't do that. Like you can't just
And this isn't the first time and it's not the last.
nope.
like something that is, you know, like because Dragon Ball's for everybody. So if it's for everybody,
Everybody in Japan.
if it's for everybody,
No, it's not. Apparently, it's not.
if it's for everybody, everything that
Dude,
they
they didn't-
make should be for everybody, right?
They didn't even know it was popular outside of Japan until Super.
Bro, when
That's crazy.
remember when Geekdom told us that shit? Remember?
That's
hard to even believe.
that is what you call cap, right? As the kids say. Okay.
Yeah.
That is bullshit. That's what I say.
That has
okay.
to be.
No, it has to be because that means that like their scope is only in Japan, like that they're
That's-
looking, and that's so hard to believe. Like if you're a business, right? How you only gonna be looking in Japan for business? You're gonna be fucking transporting that shit. Like you
It's
know,
literally happening right before our eyes.
I'm laughing because he asks all of the questions that we've been asking forever. Like, oh, it almost brings me to fucking tears because I'm just like, this shit is crazy. Like, all right. But you asked very valid questions though. I wish I had answers
I answer
for you.
my own questions though too at the same time.
Well, yeah, no. Well, okay. So realistically, and I have answered this too, like, you know, all jokes aside, but it is a cultural problem. It's a cultural problem mixed with, well, no, it's a cultural problem that directly involves who's in charge. Okay, if they had younger people in office right now over there at Toei, things would not run the way that they're running.
So you're basically saying that they have age discrimination within their
Age
their business too. You know what I mean? I'm learning this shit in school, and I got kept like
Okay.
in my online classes. That's literally what I was writing about, like a little bit in
See-
like our discussion posts and shit.
Maybe write about Dragon Ball. See what your professor tells you.
Nah, because it's all about management. So like that's basically what we're learning technically about, like kind of like diversity.
Did you learn that if something's popular, you should release it internationally?
I mean,
Are they teaching that?
Nah. We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh.
I don't know if we are, but right now the topic's on diversity. Like, and there's 6 stages of it. Obviously, there's 6 different topics.
Sure, there's not 7.
7. I mean, technically, there's more than 6. but there's 6, and then there's like an other column for you know where anything else that can be considered. But from what I'm gathering right now from Dragon Ball in itself, it's like age is a problem within their organization, and then it's like, you know, the culture, like as far as like giving it to other like other cultures and shit like that.
You know what's funny?
Basically, U.S.
So it's not just US. It feels like it's just us because we're probably the loudest ones about it in the world. But like, listen, Latin America's suffering, Europe is suffering.
Yeah, I was about to mention them too.
You know what I'm saying? Like everyone is suffering, right? But obviously we're based in the US, so clearly we're just gonna speak on our own behalf because like, bro, like it's gotten so bad to the point where like, because of what we're about to talk about next, which, you know, we'll get into, like fans are kind of acting very outlandish. Like they're not, like people have tethered their livelihoods in a sense to this series, like as if they don't get this anime, they're just gonna die. Like they're just gonna fucking die. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like people are really going off of these leakers, right? They're going off of all of these reports that come out of thin air, no basis, nothing. They just say, believe me, I know, my dad works there type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I said, we'll get into it, but with this whole thing with they're having a brand new 4K set that's dropping very soon, right? Maybe in like a few days by the time like this episode is out. So depending on when you're watching this or, you know, listening, it's probably out already. So I would say check your local retailer, but you have to check your local international proxy fucking bullshit, right? But yeah, check your Amazon Japan, check your Play Asia, check your CD Japan, all of those shops that sell, that import things, right? Because I'm sure they'll have it for a short amount of time, because the beautiful thing that Japan also loves to do is they like to make a limited amount. So that way, once it sells, it's done. There's no reprinting.
I mean, but that's when like all the upsells be happening, as far as like when individuals be purchasing it. If they don't want it, they'll upsell it for more and shit like that, you know?
And
like,
that is very bothersome to me, because what it does is you create this you create this entire like realm of like not a realm, but you create this whole like thing with people, right? It's a people, it becomes a people problem
where they don't value,
where the value will increase,
well, yeah, the value
for no reason,
because there's limited
exactly, right? And this happens with a lot of things that are limited, or they come off as limited, right? Because they make only a certain amount and then that's it. They have like, they meet their quotas, and then that's it. But then once it's out there, it's like you're feeding it out to the sharks and lions and bears and tigers.
Well, they're like, I mean, yeah, they made their quotas after it's done selling, but then it's like the potential to make so much more, they lose out on that, because the fuck, like what you're saying, like,
well, yeah,
the people that don't have it will pay more for it from the individuals that bought it already.
Well, right, and that's what I'm saying. Once it's out there, then it's not like they're seeing any of that money.
No.
It's the people that decide to scalp.
Yeah, scalp.
Right? It's the people that decide to get a certain amount more. Like, they don't just buy one for their own collection and call it a day, right? They get like 5, and then they go on eBay or they go wherever and they say, hey, I have it. You want it? Here's how much I'm selling it for. And that is the nature of just how shit is. And I'm sure it'll happen with this, you know, especially because it's possible. And why I say it's possible, because it doesn't matter what our rating of the movie was. The actual rating of it is that this movie is better than Broly.
You know, it'll sell more over here than it will over in Japan.
Well, we have more people.
Well, yeah, but like, for example, like the scalpers, like if they actually want to buy more than one, for example, in this case, and since it's not coming to the US like for purchase, then they can up that shit heavy.
So I will also say this. I'm not saying that we're not gonna get a 4K release. I'm sure we will, but we're not getting a special limited edition fucking set that they're getting, okay? And that's what bothers me, because it's like, why wouldn't we? You know, like a lot of games and stuff and like a lot of movies that exist here as it is, we get shit like that all the time. We buy it, we eat it up. What's the difference? It's fucking Dragon Ball. It's the anime of animes. Why the fuck wouldn't you do that?
Well, it's a limited edition, you know, like it's, I mean, like think about it, like all that stuff, they only want a couple of them out at a time. They don't want to share. They want all of them to have it.
I don't get it.
It's crazy.
Well, they are losing out
But-
on money.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean,
like I
oh,
said,
yeah.
Like whoever, their staff is terrible.
Facts.
Like, I don't know if it's an age problem. I don't know like who's running their shit, but
D,
from like,
all of the above.
but from like their management and marketing aspect, like that's terrible. They need a new office or something.
they need, dude,
out
they
there.
need new
I don't know.
management.
Like, I don't know. They're not looking from like a universal perspective.
They don't.
Like, as far as their income comes, you know, and
Japan,
their products.
Japan is still in their own
It's
bubble.
okay, because when we're old, that's just going to be booming.
Yeah. Imagine the Full Power podcast when we're all in our 50s. That shit's gonna be fucking hilarious. If we have kids by then, oh, that will be one happy family. We're all gonna be on here fucking talking, and then fucking whoever has like, man, we got all this shit. I will be so mad at whoever. Your kid, my kid, I'll be like, did you fucking know we've been doing this shit for years, and now we're getting it all? No, fuck y'all. No, get the fuck out.
The door.
Yeah, so like, and the other example that I had, right, is that, and this doesn't make sense. It's a Japan problem, okay? Spider-Man,
Oh,
Spider-Verse.
here we go.
Spider-Verse. Remember Into the Spider-Verse? You didn't, did you see that movie?
I never wanted to see it.
Crazy. He just, I don't know what's wrong with this guy.
it was a complete like turn off for me once I knew it wasn't actually.
He
like,
wants real people all the time.
Like, and then I just turned it off. I was like,
He-
fuck, the fuck.
Yo,
I didn't expect to see that, so I just turned it off. I was like, nah, bro.
This is a wrap.
Into the Spider-Verse, please, in the comments below, just tell this man you're fucking up, please. And he actually needs to go see it. It's like rated one of the best movies for superheroes, especially of all time. Like, I'm serious. Like, I'm not making this up.
Yeah.
Either way, of course we got our home release. Why wouldn't we? We made it, right? That's us, Sony. Even though that's Japan, but still, that's us. Spider-Man. We made that. Okay? We get a 4K release. We get a little steel book, whatever. Okay, cool. I go to Amazon Japan. Why the fuck do they have a whole set? A whole set. And I bought it. Of course I did. Spider-Man, right? This shit is like the superhero shit. They got all this shit on there. All this extra stuff, an art book. Like all these little postcards and all this and that. 4K, like ultra DVD, whatever, and digital or some shit. I could not believe this. I'm like, why did I have to buy this? Why did I have to import this? I should have just been able to go to Walmart and it was right there. But no. Japan has the balls to even do shit like that with things that they want to pretend like they made too. Because they love Spider-Man. They love Spider-Man. They really want to, like, yo, if Americans was actually stupid, like really stupid, like I know we're stupid, but like I'm saying like Patrick, stupid, right? Like the star, right? I'm telling you right now, they would have fooled us to thinking that they made Spider-Man and not us. They'd have been like, oh no, watashi wa Spider-Man over here. No, oh yeah. No, fuck that shit.
He's all over here.
Yeah. They would have acted like Spider-Man was theirs. That's how they be acting, and you could tell, right? So this is not the first time. Kai said this is not the last time. I hope the last time is soon though. It's 2022. The fact that they got away with doing what they did with this movie as it is, they better not do this shit again. Okay? This marketing, that better not happen again. What changed between Broly and this? Broly's marketing was fine.
Oh yeah, that was good.
What the fuck? Like
Solid.
they
Pandemic.
I'm not even gonna hit a button for that. I'm not even gonna hit a button for that. No.
That I mean,
You know what?
So you're basically saying the loss of money that they received from the
No.
pandemic, they just had to fucking.
No.
no, that's just their cover story.
Their cover story.
That's what it
Okay,
is.
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all I was saying there.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this right now, guys. There better not be no more fucking pandemics. Okay?
Facts.
There's no excuses anymore.
That shit not gonna work a second time around.
No, I don't think. Dude.
In 2 years, 3 years, whenever the next movie comes out, right? And they're like, and they gotta try to come up with any other. Oh, we ran out of ink. Yo, I will boycott this shit. Like straight up, I'll be like,
I mean, weren't we just talking not too long ago about them like saving the trees and not printing shit?
oh,
I forgot what we were talking about.
I think it was when I was talking about the Shonen Jump volumes or the book, the magazines where they use that's why it's black and white, because they use the very cheap paper. Yeah. No, they're economical or whatever, ergonomical. Is that the word? Yeah, I guess they're green. You know, they're for the planet. They're smart. They're with the technology. They might hit Skynet first. That's on them if it happens, right? But they got problems with how
With
they
cultural diversity.
yeah the cultural discrimination is how he said
Cultural
it.
discrimination.
Yeah, so give Toei like, this is unfortunate to say, we'll give them like another 10 years, right? Give them another fucking 10 years and let's see how they be acting at that point.
It just, I hate to think about it, but I thought about it the other day and I was just like, it's upsetting to think about, because it's like, okay, yeah, like on the joking side, it's like, man, like how much longer we gotta wait for this shit to get cooking with the real fucking team, you know what I mean? But at the same time, we're gonna lose some people in the process. We're gonna lose some really fucking good ones in the process. So that's a little scary.
They should just hire people like fucking Natasha.
Nasir.
Or yeah. Nasir.
I have an update about him, by the way, too. But like just imagine a Toei with someone like Nasir Pasha in charge of like any jurisdiction, story, animation, fucking direction. Like, this guy is like the reason why Legend did so well is because he, as an individual fan, understands the core of what Dragon Ball is, but he knows it a little bit more than what you realize, because he then added his own flair to it that really brought out what it could be, how better it could be.
Or a different aspect of it.
Yeah, right. And when you have something that's so unique and everybody you just can't say anything bad about it, that's when you know you have something. Like, listen, if I was at Toei, if I was Toriyama, okay, because this man just runs it. He don't even own the fucking company, right? But if he says anything, hey, I want to do this, do you think they're going to tell him no?
Mm-mm.
If Toriyama went up to them right now and they said, hey, I just saw this Legend project and I think we should do something with this, they would be rushing. They'd be, oh, hi. They would be fucking running around. Fucking papers are flying all over the place. Fucking Toyotaro's fucking trying to draw the manga at the same time, right? It would look like a fucking circus, but they would make it happen.
If they were smart, they would just hire like him and his fucking team.
And his team, Studio Stray Dog. They wouldn't be stray no more. Done deal. They would all be eaten.
Nah, cause like if something like that good, like comes out and
They'd
then
be studio
like
big
and
dogs.
then,
They'd be
and then
full
he
as fuck.
actually like wants to do something with it, like Toriyama speaking, then like you might as well like get the team that did it instead of implementing it in your own way, I guess.
Yeah.
in a way.
No,
you know?
that's
Like
exactly.
take the brain from, you know,
Exactly.
yeah.
Because something as big as Dragon Ball, like we've said a million times, it's big enough to be its own Marvel, to be its own MCU. They can, it's fucking, they can literally like they have the space to have their own little multiverse.
They
Like,
really do.
So
They do.
so let me give you all the Nasir
They even
update.
have their own name for it. They're fucking Xenoverse. Like, come on.
Oh yeah, that's also true too. Yeah, well, but about Nasir, right? So some good news, right? So his baby is almost here. So shout outs to that, right? He's getting prepared for the delivery of that, and he's dropping a documentary on Legend. Okay,
I peeped that.
you peeped that. Shout outs to that,
Yeah.
right? I think we mentioned last week that he does have a merch store that you could get, all the artwork and poster, like movie posters that he's had.
Oh, you
for
don't
Legend.
just do Dragon Ball either. I saw an Amon poster I'm copping off of his site.
Oh, I only saw Legend stuff. I didn't go digging, but yeah, man's got hella art on there. Okay. And he's coming back. Here, in case that wasn't clear, okay, in case y'all didn't get that, he's coming back here, okay. He said that he'd be more than happy to come back, like we've mentioned, to celebrate 10 million. That fucking video hit 10 million, bro. That's awesome. That is amazing. So he'll be back, but I don't want to give a date just yet. I don't want to say it's next week, but make sure y'all subscribed just in case, right? But yeah, he's gonna come back. We're gonna vibe it out like we did the last time, and just see where he's at in life. What's up? Have him talk about the documentary a little bit more, and I don't know if there's anything else he wants to tell y'all or us, but yeah, I know that he's gonna be at Kamehacon. They're theming it around him, around Legend. So, and that's in May of 2023. So, I guess check that out as well if you want a chance to meet Nasir in person, and check out his panel for Legend, whatever he's got planned for that. It should be exciting. So, I'm looking forward to it. Is there anything y'all would that y'all could think of like at the top of your head, like what you might want to ask him as far as like when he comes back on here next?
I don't know.
I mean, he kind of told us hella shit.
Yeah, he did tell us a lot before.
Like
Yeah, we're in the circle, guys. Just to let you know, but we can't spill no beans. We're not these leakers out here, okay? We're not doing that, okay?
I mean, maybe see if he's kept up with any of Dragon Ball related shit. But
I know that's for
maybe
sure. We gotta have that conversation with him on here.
I doubt it though, but never know.
Yeah. All right. Well, stay tuned. We are almost at 1,000. So we're gonna give you guys Nasir before we hit 1,000. All right. So shout outs to that. But we're very close. We're so close. And Geekdom is ready. He actually this guy. Let me tell you something. I love this man.
I saw his post with I don't know, something you DM'd him.
Oh yeah. Because we pretty much talk every day, right? And just like with Nasir, Geekdom trusts me, and he vents the frustrations with the fandom, right, to me a lot, and I totally get where he's coming from and everything like that, right? But this guy, all right, pain in my ass, all right, and here's why, okay, and here's why, because he literally was ready to come onto this podcast, like the other day when we were talking about it. He's like, dude, let's record right now. I'm like, no, we're not doing that, because he wanted to specifically talk about Broly and Chilai. You know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna tell you, Brandon. Do you think that Broly and Chilai had sex?
Why?
And there it is, right? Why? Who cares? Who the fuck cares, right? He is trying to convince me otherwise, that they banged. His words, right?
Not they're gonna fucking make a kid or something.
Well, no, see,
That's
here's the
whole
thing.
fucking-
That's a different topic in and of itself. Okay, because remember, I did a video and we talked about it here about, remember when that one image that came out
The sack.
and it was Chilai holding the sack of food that we later found out, confirmed it was food. It was groceries that Lemo was making when they was cooking, right? And it obviously happened in the movie. But originally, before we got the confirmation, everybody thought that was a child.
Oh my
And I was like,
And that was fair. That was totally
it was
fair.
so fair. I was like, oh shit, she got it mad quick from fucking Broly. Oh my god, right? And see, the thought of it is funny, right? It's not, well, that's crazy, right? At the same time, but like, it's like Dragon Ball is not that kind of show. You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly characters have kids, but it's not the focus point. It's not like
I mean, think about it though. It makes perfect sense because Broly wouldn't know what's going on, and that's how Saiyan babies get made out here. So
apparently he's not wrong, and that's the thing. Oh well, see here. Well, I think Vegeta's the only one.
yeah, correct.
Because
that knows.
He's smart.
He's the only one.
He knows what's going
It's
on.
because he's the prince of them all.
Yeah. Okay. Hierarchy system here. Okay, with the knowledge. Gotcha. Okay. Here's the thing. All right, and I'm sure he's gonna bring this up. He's probably gonna be mad at me that we're talking about this now, but like, I figured I would bring this up to you guys when he wasn't here, so that was more controlled, because you already know
Because he's gonna go
he
off.
would go crazy, right? And this is all love, right? But yo, this man, I was in his chat on Twitch. He was showing more Dragon Ball Z 1080p, right? And he goes, "Oh, guys, look, Uchi's here." Or he's like, "All right, guess what?" He's like, "Can everybody tell this man that Broly
changed the
banged
whole-
Chilai?" Yo, straight up, son. I was like, "Why are you doing this? Why?" I go on Twitter, he posts something, I respond to it. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, kind of like how Broly and Chilai banged." I was like, why? Why are you like this? Why are you doing this? Right? So he means well. Right? This is very playful banter here, of course, if it wasn't already obvious. But yeah, I wanted to tell you guys first before he came on, because I know he's gonna bring it up.
Oh yeah, he will.
He's gonna
He will.
100% bring it up. Okay. And he
At least you're ready for it.
yeah, right. Yeah. Guess what? When I was streaming God of War yesterday, he rated me with like 100-something people, and they all was like, "Yo, Broly banged Chilai." And I was like, "Did he really get you guys to tell me this?" And they were like, "No, we just believe it." I'm like, "Okay. What am I gonna do?" It's like, listen, you believe what you want to believe, right? But like, if it happened, cool. If not, cool. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm not a shipper. I don't be shipping characters like that. I mean, even if it's a little obvious, like, that's not my concern. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to see the show for what it is, which is like the action, the stories, the characters, not their fucking their sex life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because clearly, if it does happen, we'll know, because Chilai will be pregnant.
Right.
Done deal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure there's gonna be loads of fucking memes, loads of jokes, because Broly is a ginormous and she's a twig. So like, I can't even repeat the things that Geekdom was telling me on how they was doing that shit. Like, I'm like,
We're gonna catch Beers slumped in his bed, depressed, eating ice cream because he didn't get his bad bitch.
yo, funny, right? That's number one. Now, if I was to play devil's advocate and add a storyline to this whole thing, right? The way, and here's the best part about this, right? If they really wanted to do some kind of side story, but it matters and it does play into the main continuity of everything, they could literally give us Broly versus Beerus because of Chilai.
Yeah,
Right?
That's fair.
They could totally do that. And want to know why? And this is the easiest way to write it. Similar to what happened in Battle of Gods. They're all hanging out. They're all doing whatever. They're doing this. They're doing that. Chilai messes up. Beerus loses his patience. And he snaps at her. And Broly fucking whoops his ass.
Well, challenges.
Ah!
Well, challenges.
Yeah. It wouldn't be free, clearly, but that's what makes it interesting, because it's just like, okay, well, I feel like we haven't had this kind of conversation in a while, where it's like, well, what happened, Broly versus Beerus? Well, as all Saiyans would react, you fuck with the people that they like, they love, their friends, you done goofed, okay, and that is a fact. Now, the difference here is that, well, Uchi, the last time that happened, Beerus just fucking handled them. But see, that was Vegeta and Goku, okay? This is Broly now, all right? Broly is a whole nother wild card that you have to really take into consideration differently, okay? That's just obvious. That's just the character, is how he is, right? And so they were so afraid to have him go all out on even Beerus's planet, because they were afraid that Broly would have just destroyed that planet with how strong he is, right? But the whole point is, it's not about who I think would win or lose. I just want to see them go at it. I just want to see that happen. So
They would blue ball us with the end of the fight, though. Whis would stop it.
you think so?
Oh yeah.
That's fair to think. What about you?
I don't know. It could go a couple ways, I guess. But I don't know if Broly would be on top.
You don't think so?
I don't know. Cause like that would be crazy because then that would be a ego check for fucking Beerus himself. If he doesn't win, you know.
I think it would be
And,
a really
like-
good measuring stick for Broly.
Oh, it would 100%. But like if Beerus doesn't come out on top, for example, and even if like Whis stops the fight, like Beerus might not like that. You know, because like Whis hasn't had to necessarily stop a fight from Beerus, I think, before. So
Yeah.
unless he thinks he's gonna kill him, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, I guess, you know, saying what Kai said, you know, Whis would just have to be there to maintain that no one actually dies in this fight.
And Whis and Vados stopped Beerus and Champa from going at it because they were going to destroy.
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
universe.
remember that.
That was
I remember
was
that.
a whole different
But that-
reason. That's a
yeah.
much bigger reasoning, of course. But
That was God of Destruction versus God of Destruction, and they can't do that, or else that will happen. I'm pretty sure that's what they said. That's why we stopped it.
Yeah, I think that the second you involve Chilai in that way, bro, say a prayer. Broly is look at what happened with Paragus. Frieza killed Paragus as on a whim, like, oh, I wonder if zapped his ass,
That was crazy.
and Broly just went Super Saiyan. Imagine what happens if Chilai gets hurt, gets taken, something. She goes crying out for him. Yo, that, you know how Saiyans are. That shit, the line, it's gonna go right through. And he's gonna whip out some crazy shit, right? So yeah. So that's what I would want out of that whole thing right there. The other thing that I guess I wanted to talk to you guys about really quick is that the manga also that's coming back, right? That also is officially, like, it's out there that it's tying into what is already existing, meaning that this is bridging, this is, well, not bridging, but this is essentially inserting superhero, in case it wasn't already obvious, into the main story. And I actually I was watching one of Geekdom's videos that he had Mr. Senpai on with him, and after hearing them talk about it, I was like, oh shit, you know what? This makes perfect sense as to why they're doing this now. So this is I guess why I'm bringing it up with you guys, to talk to you guys about it, obviously. But this arc is essentially just it's all, well, not, I shouldn't say it's a placeholder, but it's definitely necessary for them to do because of the fact that the movie itself was written prior to the 2 arcs that just happened in the manga. And since they are finally tying up this super era and they're approaching the last chapter of Z, which is end of Z, all that stuff, right? I am pretty like it's obvious that they're writing this in there so that way you know it has there's no question, like it goes Tournament of Power, Broly, what was it, not Granola but Moro, right? Moro, then Granola, and then Superhero, and then End of Z. Like that's it, right? So because of that, they're now basically going to use this manga arc as a way to tie it in to the manga directly. So like, because when you think about it, right? Like when we think, because I know it's gonna be the Goten and Trunks show for this manga, which is dope. But then think about like the other things that they now have to play off of. Because when we think of the superhero movie, what happens? Goku, Broly, and Vegeta are all going to train on Beerus's planet. But there's no context. They just made very general statements because again, the movie script was written prior to the arcs. So it's not like they knew what was ahead of them when they wrote it at the time. So they were basically...
They didn't know Frieza was coming when they were thinking about Cell.
Exactly. So, thank you for saying that, because now that... What was the last thing that they left us off with the manga? Black Frieza. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they, in the manga, they have that as a reason as to why they're going to train with Broly, because of this, you know, this Frieza threat. I also wouldn't put it past them to add a few more things in there too. Okay? Because what happens when it comes to anime versus manga? Look at the entirety of Super, right? The anime goes one way, the manga is essentially taking the local route. You know what I'm saying? But they're all going to the same destination, is my point. I would not be surprised if there was a couple dialogue changes or a couple extra scenes, if they do that, right? But it's going to be interesting only because right now they are marketing and advertising as if this is just Goten and Trunks with a little bit of side of Piccolo and Gohan. So
I hope we can see some Frieza behind the scenes.
I would love that. I truly would. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna ask you guys. So like, what do you think about all of this, and then any other additional thoughts that you might have?
I'm over the Goten and Trunks show already. As soon as I saw their fits, I was over it. So they ruined it for me once again. So I'll just wait. I'll just wait to see if Gotenks is still gonna have the Metamoran clothes. Because if he doesn't, if he's dressed up like a ranger, I'm out.
Yeah, that'll be stupid as fuck.
So what about you?
I mean, I already know how I think about this arc. Like, as far as Goten and Trunks goes, I don't think it's gonna be much. So,
Ain't
it's gonna
shit.
be a long wait. It's gonna be a long wait.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm only really interested in what ways they tie in through the story, the 2 arcs. Well, the arc and the movie. Because I mean, we didn't need this. We didn't for the confirmations and shit. We did not. But the fact that they're doing this is, I guess, in a way to just keep pushing this movie that just came out. But, you know, whatever. Like, that's fine. And then at the same time, there's the rumors of a web series alongside the anime, the TV weekly anime. So 2023 is going to be a really good year for Dragon Ball. I can tell you that right now.
I thought 2022 was supposed to be the good year for Dragon Ball.
Listen, man.
I called that
we
shit.
just-
At the start of the year, I said that.
Listen, we're just here to talk about this shit. Okay, like we give the thoughts and make predictions on what we could see, right? I don't know. But yeah. So, it is that time for the Patreon shoutouts.
Ooh.
All right, here we go. Shout outs to Jayante Sheridan. Thank you. All right. Hold on, let me make sure I got this in. Okay, here we go, yeah. Shout outs to Jarek Rivera. Shout outs to Lewis Barnett. Thank you. Shout out to our boy Mark Wesley. Shout outs to Mr. Washed. I gotta. Okay, well, we need a longer jingle. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. we have a few more. Okay. Shout outs to Soul Awakens. Thank you. This is gonna be hard. Boom, 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 boom. What? You adding a fucking
I'm drinking my juice.
whipped cream from the fuck from the land of the rising sun. Our boy. Couldn't do it. I'm sick.
I don't know if I would drink that juice.
Oh yeah, no, don't.
That shit sounded. Oh no.
Yeah, no. Please don't. It's probably get you sick. Okay. All right. Anyways, guys, thank you all for your patronage. We do appreciate it. It does go a long way. And like I said, we actually just put up episode 5 of the extras, so go check that out. It was a fun one. We have another one coming up for you guys very soon. So, if you want to continue to check out these extras, they're going to be there. If you want to hear your name at the end of these and a bunch of other perks, check us out. Full Power Podcast over on Patreon, link in the description below. If you have a comment, question, concern, business inquiry, or fan art, or you're a sponsor, you'd like to sponsor, definitely hit us up at fullpowerpod@gmail.com. That's fullpowerpod@gmail.com. And follow us on The Bluebird over on Twitter, and I will sing the song hopefully next week when I am not sick, okay? Brother Ooch, is there anything that you have left for the people at home?
Stay fresh, stay clean. In Japan, it's got some problems.
Okay.
We got some problems.
Got some fucking problems. Don't be like them, all right? Kai-san, what about you?
Yes, sir. Everybody, make sure y'all don't get like us. Keep your temperatures in check.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. All right. No fevers. All right. All right, everybody. Well, thank you again for tuning in. It's been your boy, Ooch, the lethal one, Brother Ooch, and the homie of all the guys, Kai-san.
He does the whole thing.
I swear, these sound effects. Kai be really, he's like, yo, what am I gonna do this week? I gotta make this man put more whooshes in there, yo. Last week he hit us with the strongest fucking right, like.
Well, I remember a couple years back. I mean, this is like 6 or 7 years ago. I was on something with you, and we were doing the like intro or whatever, and I had done like I don't know how many, like one of the chunks is burning attacks. You told me, you were like, yo, dude, never again.
Yo, he was there for a good 30 minutes just putting in the it had to be in a reaction then. It was a reaction for sure.
That was funny though.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, take care of yourselves. May the power protect. Keep it locked, glitter right here on this podcast. Stay safe, stay clean, and stay the hell inside. We'll see y'all next time.